All right, it's about to get real, but before I do that, first let me welcome you. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayana, and this is Beyond Committed, where we're taking everything from family, marriage, faith, and everything in between and taking it beyond. If this is your first time here, welcome. And to make sure you're not a stranger, make sure you press the subscribe button below and then turn on your notifications so you don't miss a video. All right, now that I got that out of the way, let's dive right in. Okay, let's talk about not being okay. Now, yes, I think I look okay today. I did my hair, put a little makeup on, got on a fancy sweatshirt and everything. I'm like, okay, I'm rocking it. I got this. But then there are moments to when, regardless of how we look on the outside, everything is not okay. And it is okay not to be okay. We live in a world to where, things are filtered and things are supposed to look a certain way and you're supposed to act a certain way. As a woman, as a wife, and as a mom, we have this superwoman cape sometimes we wear. Sometimes we hold on to it too tightly and we do need to take it off. And we have to admit to not just ourselves, but to others that we're just not okay. Things are going on that we wish they didn't. Things are not going on that we wish did. And it's so important that in the midst of all of that, we're honest with ourselves first when we're not okay. Admitting that you're not okay doesn't make it okay. It just makes it okay to not be okay. It makes it okay for you not to have everything together. It makes it okay for you not to have a picture perfect looking day or life for that matter. No one's life is perfect. I know for me, I came to that place of understanding, especially as a mom, pretty quickly when I became a stay-at-home mom. I mean, I wanted it to look a certain way. I wanted my home to look a certain way. I wanted my husband, when he traveled, to be able to come home and be like, you know what, everything is perfect. And I was overwhelmed. I got to the point to where, I was cleaning up behind three little people all day. And then I was supposed to have this perfect smile and look all put together and just love on my husband and my kids in a way in which that was just, unrealistic for me at that time because I was exhausted. There was so much I was trying to do, trying to accomplish, trying to make it look like I was okay, that I wasn't really okay. I was just overwhelmed and overworked and just a hot mess, if I can say the truth. And then in the midst of all that, I realized that, okay, first off, I needed to admit I was not okay. And then I did two things. The first thing was I phoned a friend. And if you've ever watched the show Cash Cab, my girls love that show. I don't know why, but hey, they like it and I'm cool with it. So in this show, like, people get into this cab and then the cab driver asks them all these random questions and they win money, which I think is pretty cool. But sometimes the questions are like, how am I supposed to know that? So they have a few options. They can dial a friend, like they'll call someone that they think will know the answer. And that's what you often have to do when everything is not going to plan or you don't feel like everything is okay. I love that option. For me, I use it almost daily. I used to be team Android as far as phones are concerned. So I had a lot of friends and family who had iPhones, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need that, whatever. Then one day my sisters convinced me, they're like, no, we want to FaceTime. We don't want to have to schedule a time for you to get your iPad or figure out a time for we can, get your computer or whatever, because I had Apple, everything else. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll take the diet. And that was one of the best decisions I made because it allows me to stay better connected with my family and friends. But if you don't have an iPhone, that's okay. There's so many other apps that I still use with my iPhone. There's apps like Marco Polo, and you can even use Facebook and then Messenger and then WhatsApp app. There's so many different ways for you to be able to connect with your friends and your family and be able to express your feelings of not being okay, being able to share, your good days and your bad days and all those things in between so that you can come to a place where, okay, I may not be okay, but I can share with someone and they can help me embrace and move past where I'm not okay. I have two of my best friends that I call often and I'm like, hey, this is going on and I don't feel like this. So, they're both married, they both have kids. And so they're like, yeah, I understand. Yeah, no, that's not okay. Or I wish that didn't happen or whatever, but they don't let me stay there. And it's so important that you have someone in your life. You have a circle of girlfriends, circle of other wives, circle of other moms who can love on you, who acknowledge that, okay, yeah, nope, it's not okay, but help to pick you up so you can go on to being okay with not being okay sometimes. And the last one that I use often is in Cash Cab. They often like find someone on the street. So like they ask a stranger, so to speak. And no, I don't want you to go find somebody on the street. I don't do that. But I have found someone that I didn't have a personal relationship with to help me through those moments of not being okay, like a therapist, like a coach, like a mentor, someone who can help you work through those things, those feelings, those thoughts, sometimes those situations and seasons in our life to where, okay, this is not okay. I wish it was different. How do I make it work? I know my therapist is a godsend. I love the fact that she knows God. She's a mom as well, so she can kind of help me work through some of those things and those feelings, but she also helps to encourage me to do better. She gives me like assignments and, checks in like, okay, well, how did that work out? How is that going? Have you had some results from that? Have you been able to talk to that family member or your husband or your kids about whatever that's been going on or whatever I'm not okay with? Realizing that we have to be able to share it with someone. And sometimes, although it can't be our closest friends or family, we can find some people who love us, who care about us, and who know more about certain situations than we do. And they give us insight, inspiration, and help to get us to the next thing, realizing that it's okay not to be okay, but we don't have to stay there. There's people in our lives and people that we can bring into our circle that can help us move on from not being okay with not being okay. All right, now that's it for today. And I hope that that encouraged you and helped you. And I want to know, what are you not okay with? I want to know, because it's okay not to be okay. And let me know in the comments below, and make sure you press the subscribe button below so you don't miss a video. All right, now, until we meet again.